Carl's. Evans is last. Chris Johnson. I don't think we get ready to do them. If I get email, we'll try to be here.
Evans and Smith.
It's
Red. All right, Mr. Noe, are you ready to proceed with Mr. Bauer?
I certainly am. Thank you. You can let him in. He's in my office on a separate device.
All right. Okay, this is file 25-22347-FH People versus Devin Michael Bauer. We are here today for a pretrial conference in this case, and we are proceeding today by video conference. We have an attorney from the prosecutor's office that's handling this one.
Good morning, Your Honor. I thought Ms. McClure was going to appear on this case. If I could just have a moment.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Ms. McClure was logged in a moment ago.
No, she's still logged in, and she is the prosecutor in the case. But if you want to check on that, Isaac, that's fine. But
All right.
I'm here, Judge. Just my computer's delayed. I'm sorry.
Okay. All right.
Can you
Then,
hear
Ms.
me
McClure.
okay?
Yeah. Yeah, we can hear you all right. You want to go ahead and put your appearance on the record? This is People versus Devin Bauer.
Yes, Your Honor. Phoebe McClure on behalf of the people.
good morning, Your Honor. Charles Noe, appearing on behalf of and with Mr. Bauer.
Okay, and Mr. Noe, where do things stand with Mr. Bauer's case today?
In this matter, Your Honor, this matter has been set for several pretrials. What we're looking to do is set this matter for a final pretrial and jury trial date and get a scheduling order issued.
All right, anything we need to address from the people's side, Ms. McClure?
No, Your Honor.
How many days do you think we'll need for a trial?
Judge, I'm hoping only 4. I intend to file a couple of pretrial motions to admit evidence so that we don't have to take up trial time in front of the jury, given the sensitive nature of some of the evidence. So I'm hoping we can get it down to 4 days at the most.
Do you agree with that as an estimate of time, Mr. Noe?
Sure.
All right.
And I do want to put the offer on the record as it stands today. I do believe his guidelines as calculated on the current offenses are between 45 and 75. I understand Mr. Noe and I don't necessarily agree on those guidelines, but that's what I have them calculated at. But I have given an offer to plead to 2 counts, counts 1 and count 7, with a sentence agreement to 24 months, Michigan Department of Corrections, with no consecutive sentencing, which under counts 1 and 7, it would allow for consecutive sentencing. And I would agree that the guidelines are 24 to 40 on that plea offer. So that will be open until about 2 weeks before the final pretrial.
Sergio, can you grab the 2026 book from Frank's office? Sorry. The only one you need is the 26, right? Yeah.
How I control the kids back. Driving me crazy, but not having it. Right, we said Tuesday, May 12th, 13th, 14th, and 15th, and then
Your Honor, would this be primary or backup that week?
it'd be a backup to Daniel Owen.
Okay.
So, and I'm sorry, you said 4 days, right?
I believe so.
So May 12th, 13th, 14th, and 15th.
What will be the start times for all those days, Judge?
Be 9 o'clock on the 12th, 10:30 on the 13th, 9 o'clock on the 14th and 15th. So let's do a final pretrial then on April 29th at 8:15.
And Judge, since you have your book now, could we get a couple motion dates, maybe one or two motion dates in March? And then if we need to vacate those dates, we can.
I don't have really, if you want to file a motion
Okay.
and set it for a hearing, you can do that, but my calendar is not really conducive right now to blocking
Okay.
out time for something that might or might not happen.
Okay, understood.
What was the date for that final pretrial? I'm sorry, I didn't get that. I was writing down the other dates.
April 29th at 8:15. All right, the court will issue a scheduling order with those dates in it. Is there anything else we need to address with this case today?
Nothing on behalf of the people.
Nothing, Your Honor.
All right, thank you then. Mr. Bauer, you are all set for today.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Ms. Underwood, are you ready to proceed with Mr. Scivoletto?
I believe so, Your Honor.
Okay. This is file 25-22237-FH, People of the State of Michigan versus Jonathan Paul Scivoletto. We are here today for a final pretrial hearing in this case, as well as a hearing on a motion in limine. We are proceeding today by video conference. First, can I have the attorneys place their appearances on the record, beginning with Ms. Brenner?
Good morning, Your Honor. Sarah Brunner, Assistant Attorney General for the People.
Good morning, Your Honor. Rhonda Underwood for Mr. Scivoletto.
All right.
Your Honor,
Yeah.
I don't think the motion is going to be necessary. I think we do have a plea agreement reached. So it's my understanding that he would be pleading guilty to count 1. We would be dismissing count 2 and the habitual enhancement. We're going to ask you to set the sentencing date out 60 days and for him to make some payment efforts, and he's going to agree to probation as part of his sentence.
All right, is that all accurate, Ms. Underwood?
Yes, if Mr. Scivoletto is making payments at the point of sentencing, Your Honor, then I believe the Attorney General's office has agreed to probation.
That's correct.
Okay, do we have a signed advice of rights form for Mr. Scivoletto?
Unfortunately, we do not, Your Honor.
Okay, I can't take his plea without a signed advice of rights form.
Okay.
So Mr. Scivoletto's
can
gonna have
we-
to come to the courthouse.
Mr. Scivoletto, where are you?
I'm in Morenci. I'm gonna have to find a ride. Just when do I have to be there by? I don't know if I can make it today. I don't have a vehicle.
Sometime before noon. I've got a long docket today, so we're gonna be here a while.
Okay, if there's a chance that
Is
I
it
can.
possible we could set it for tomorrow or Friday, Your Honor? A plea by appointment so that Mr. Scivoletto can arrange a ride?
Amazing.
Ms. Brenner, are you available tomorrow morning or Friday morning?
I can do Friday morning, Your Honor. I have a hearing, another hearing with you anyway, Friday morning, so I could do that.
All right, I'll adjourn it then to Friday morning at 8:15 a.m.
Mr. Scivoletto, you'll have to get a ride then.
I will. I'll come Thursday night and sleep in front of the courthouse.
Or if there's any point during the day where you can get a ride to my office and sign an advice of rights, that can be done too. And then you could appear by Zoom, having signed it.
Is it possible to send him the form, Rhonda, so that he can have it?
Well, I can send it, but I don't know that he'd get it by then.
Well, he can have somebody drop it off if he can't even get here. I don't know, just making suggestions, so.
Yeah, I just having a few days would be great.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor. We'll see you
February
Friday on it then.
15th.
We'll have it done by Friday, Your Honor.
All right, so Mr. Scivoletto, just so we're clear, I need to have either a signed advice of rights form to the court in advance of that hearing, in which case you can attend by Zoom, or you need to be here Friday morning in person to sign it at 8:15 a.m.
Okay, thank you, sir. I can do that.
Thank you, Judge.
All right.
Thank you, Your
You're all
Honor.
set then for today, Mr. Scivoletto. Okay, Ms. Underwood, you need to speak to Bradley Brown.
Yes, in just a minute, Your Honor.
Mr. Brown, if you're there, I've asked you to start your video. And I'll ask you to unmute your device. Mr. Brown, I need you to unmute your device. Sending you a request to unmute. You just need to accept that request and unmute your device, Mr. Brown. All right, Mr. Brown doesn't seem able to unmute his device, so.
Okay, well, Ms. Brenner and I have talked regarding
Well,
Mr.
I'm
Brown.
not on the record, and if you want me to call the case, I can call the case. But is that what you want me to do?
I think we can call the case, Your Honor.
This is file 22-20742-FH People versus Bradley Dwayne Brown. We are here today for a pretrial conference. In this case, we are proceeding today by video conference. There's also a pending contempt of court for failing to appear back on July 27, 2022. We first can have the attorneys place their appearance on the record, beginning with Ms. Brenner.
Good morning, Your Honor. Sarah Brenner, Assistant Attorney General for the People.
Rhonda Underwood for Mr. Brown this morning, Your Honor. Your Honor, I believe Mr. Brown has been making payments. They've been kind of up and down. I know Ms. Brenner wanted to express some things regarding.
Yeah, we had adjourned this, sorry, Rhonda, we had adjourned this last month because he had a pending review with the FOC. So we were waiting to see what was going to happen with that. We had continued this because he's been making consistent payments, Your Honor, but they dropped off last month and then there's been nothing so far this month. So that's why Ms. Underwood needs to speak with him about, you know, what's going on with the work situation. I'm okay with adjourning this so she can have an opportunity to talk with him, but that's the issue that we're looking at right now. We were looking at steady progress and then it dropped off last month. So maybe a brief adjournment, Your Honor, 30 days. Mr. Brown, can you hear us at least? Can you shake your head? You can hear us? Okay.
All right, and I apologize. I had meant to indicate for the record that Mr. Brown is here with us by Zoom. He has been unable to unmute his device, so he's unable to communicate, but he did shake his head yes when Ms. Brenner asked if he could hear us. So I do believe that he can hear us. So based on this, there's not really any progress we can make in the case today. I will adjourn this for another pretrial on January 14th. At 8:15 a.m. I am going to require that Mr. Brown be present in person for that hearing because he's tried with Zoom and it's not, I don't know what the reason is, but it's not operating in a way that allows us to communicate with him, and we need to be able to do that in order to have a meaningful pretrial. So Zoom is not effective for Mr. Brown's case, so I'm going to require that he be here in person on the next pretrial date.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Do you understand that, Mr. Brown?
Thumbs up.
So record should reflect he's giving a thumbs up and shaking his head yes. All right, you can go ahead and log out then, Mr. Brown.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Ms. Underwood, would you do a stipulation in order for that adjournment to, that was January 14th?
I will do that with Ms. Brenner's permission.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, Mr. Fry, I do have Mr. Bowie here in the courtroom in person. Do you need to speak to him?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Bowie, you want to come forward to the podium, please? Okay, this is file 25-22321-FH, People of the State of Michigan versus Marcus Anthony Bowie. We are here today for a pretrial conference in this case, and we are proceeding today by video conference. First, I have the attorneys place their appearances on the record, beginning with Mr. Sneed for the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Isaac Sneed on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Brian Fry appearing for Marcos Bowie.
All right, and sir, you are Marcos Anthony Bowie? Correct. All right, Mr. Fry, where do we stand with Mr. Bowie's case today?
Your Honor, I would be asking for an adjournment. I'm working on a motion to quash the bind over. I need a little bit of more time to finish that and get that filed. So, we would again ask for an adjournment. I think, we're still working through some evidentiary issues in this as well.
Okay, so the case has been pending in circuit court for 155 days. Given the court's current schedule, a date for a trial is going to be at a point far into the future compared to what I would normally be doing. And so I don't think I'm comfortable with continuing to adjourn the case. I would like to set it for trial. And if you want to file those motions and resolve those issues in the meantime, you're welcome to do that. But at 155 days, it's going to be close to a year before this gets set for trial at the rate the court's calendar is going. So how many days, Mr. Sneed, do you think you'll need for a trial in this case?
No more than 2, Judge.
You agree with that, Mr. Fry?
Yeah, I think that sounds accurate, Your Honor.
Okay, so Ms. Clark, can you find us a 2-day jury trial date, please?
Yes, Judge. Tuesday, May 19th at 9 and Wednesday, May 20th at 10:30, backed up to a jury trial.
What were those days again?
Tuesday, May 19th and Wednesday, May 20th at 10:30.
I'm available.
That's good for the people.
So set for May 19th and 20th. We'll set a final pretrial for May 13th at 8:15 a.m.
That works for me.
Okay, so the court will issue a scheduling order with those dates in it. Mr. Bowie, as of now, your next date is May 13th at 8:15 a.m. Stay in touch with Mr. Fry. He may have dates for you before that, depending on what happens.
All right. All right.
You're all set for today.
Thanks.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Ms. Dumont, I do have Mr. Soto here in person. Do you need to speak to him? Oh, maybe I don't. I did. He left.
No, he's here. Mr. Soto. He's here.
You're Mr. Soto? Okay, I'm sorry. I had you confused with someone else. You can come. Do you need to speak to Mr. Soto, Ms. Dumont?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, so Mr. Soto, you can come up and sit at the table here closer to the television. Is file 25-22393-FH, People of the State of Michigan versus Ricky Gomez Soto. We are here today for a pretrial conference in this case, and we're proceeding today by video conference. First, we have the attorneys placed there. Appearance on the record, beginning with Ms. Dumont.
Katerina Dumont for Mr. Soto.
And Your Honor, Phoebe McClure on behalf of the people.
Sorry, I don't know why I did that backwards this time, but Ms. Dumont, where do we stand with Mr. Soto's case today?
Your Honor, I got an offer from Mr. Vanetto yesterday. I would like an adjournment so I can speak to Mr. Soto about that, get him to understand what the offer is and the ramifications of that, and then also assigned advice of rights. So I would be needing some time to do that. The offer is to a one-year misdemeanor. It would be an attempted, and then his probation recommendation for this charge would be to run concurrently with the probation sentence he's already serving.
Okay. Ms. McClure, is there anything we need to address from the people's side?
Nothing on behalf of the people.
Okay, so I will adjourn this then to January 14th at 8:15 a.m. Ms. Demont, would you prepare that stipulation in order?
Yes, Your Honor.
At that point, the case is going to be about 135 or so days old, and I would be setting it for trial if it hasn't resolved pursuant to the plea offer.
Thank you.
Okay, so Mr. Soto, your next date is January 14th at 8:15 a.m.
Yes, John.
Okay, you're all set for today then.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, I just let someone into the meeting. I'm going to send you a request to unmute your device, sir.
There you go. I'm sorry.
Okay, can you tell me your name?
Christopher Tyler.
Did you say Taylor?
Yes, Your Honor.
Judge, I have Mr. Taylor, but the sheet I have says he's in Anzalone's. I don't know if that's right or not.
Okay, yeah, I don't have him on my docket, so that must be right. Mr. Taylor, do you have Judge Anzalone's Zoom number?
I do.
Okay, so leave this meeting or log out of this meeting and log back in with her Zoom number, okay?
All right.
I'll be over there in just a little bit, Mr. Taylor.
All right.
Should I go back to work or just join that?
Join Anzalone's meeting.
Okay. All righty.
Okay. And Mr. Glazer, did you have anyone other than Mr. Garreau?
No, that's all I have, Your Honor.
All right. So this file 22-20936-FH, 25-22330-FH, and 25-22331-FH, People versus Richard James Garreau Jr. We are here today for a pretrial conference in this case, and we are proceeding today by video conference. First, going to have the attorneys place their appearances on the record, beginning with Ms. McClure.
B.B. McClure, map the people.
John Glazer on behalf of Mr. Garreau.
All right, give me one moment. I do have one person in my Zoom waiting room that I cannot identify. All right, gentlemen, just logged in on an iPhone. Can you tell me your name?
DeJuan Hennigan.
Okay, Mr. Hennigan, give me just 1 second here to change your name so I can keep track of who everyone is.
Mr. Hennigan would be my client, Your Honor.
Yeah, I know. Do you need to speak to him, Ms. Underwood?
I don't believe so.
All right, so let me get back to Mr. Garreau then. Mr. Garreau is not present here in the courtroom. He is not logged into the Zoom session. He was previously at the Lenawee County Jail. The court made an accommodation to a contempt sentence that allowed him to leave the jail to attend a doctor's appointment. It's my understanding that he is no longer at the jail, and Mr. Coast might have some additional information on that. Do you?
That's correct,
have a-
Judge. He, on the 5th, he is released to his wife to go to a doctor appointment in Jackson. I believe that was at 1 o'clock. After that appointment, he did not return. His wife claimed that he was at U of M hospital. I did not get verification of that. I actually contacted U of M hospitals, and they advised that he was not engaged there. So we do have another contempt warrant for him him not going back to the Lenawee County Jail.
Judge, I just called his number, spoke with his wife. She is at the hospital with him. I also put me in touch with a nurse. She had to wait for a while. She had to turn on the light. He's in room 1229.
I don't want you to say his room number on the record while we're on YouTube.
Okay, well, I can say it off.
So here's what I'll say. There's a warrant that I issued yesterday. If they can provide the information that has previously been requested to them several days ago, some kind of confirmation that he is at that hospital, I would recall the warrant.
Yeah, I asked him to, and the doctor's supposed to call me. I don't know what they'll send me.
And Judge, I've requested several times for this documentation. She's not provided it. And then 2, if he's there today, I mean, I'd like to know if he was there on the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th too.
Yeah, what she told me was that he actually passed out at his doctor's and was put in the hospital that day. But, it'd be a pretty elaborate scheme that they prepared today, because they actually put me on the phone with the nurse, and she's supposed to have the doctor call me. I don't know how they verify it.
I verify it with written documents, so that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, and I'll talk to doctor, see if he'll send me something.
All right, so if we receive that, I'll review it and consider it. Otherwise, the warrant will remain pending.
All right.
All right, I think we're all set then on this one.
All right, thank you.
Well, I guess not, because we need another date. So I'm gonna go with January 7th at 8:15.
Darren, if I get something, I'll send it over to you.
Okay, John, I would have to have all those dates.
Judge, did you say January 15th? I'm sorry.
January 7th.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Okay, now I think we're all set.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Okay, Ms. Underwood, are you ready to proceed with Mr. Hennigan?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
This is file 25-22289-FH, People of the State of Michigan versus Dewan Neray Hennigan. We are here today for a pretrial conference in this case, and we are proceeding today by video conference. First, can I have the attorneys place their appearances on the record, beginning with Ms. Brenner.
Good morning again, Your Honor. Sarah Brenner, Assistant Attorney General for the People.
Rhonda Underwood for Mr. Hennigan this morning, Your Honor.
And Ms. Underwood, where do we stand with Mr. Hennigan's case?
Your Honor, Mr. Hennigan is making payments. They're a bit sporadic. Also, he needs on this file to make at least $250 a month in payments. I know he's paying on 2 files, and the Attorney General's office is aware of that as well, Your Honor. We just need probably a 45-day, 60-day adjournment, Your Honor, and perhaps we can work this matter out in short order. And I would be happy to do the Stippen adjournment with Ms. Brenner's permission.
Is
No
that,
objection, Your Honor.
all right. All right, let's go with February 11th at 8:15 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So, Mr. Hennigan, your next date is February 11th at 8:15 a.m. You'll log in with all the same Zoom information that you used today.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you're all set. You can go ahead and log out.
Your Honor, the last one I have with you this morning is Mr. Smead. It's a probation violation. I don't know if you have him on. Ms. Underwood said he hasn't been appointed counsel yet either, so.
I think I have Mr. Smead here. Give me 1 second. And go ahead and log out. All right, sir.
Your Honor, the last one
Gentleman that just got brought into the meeting, can you state your name, please?
Matthew Smead.
Okay. So this is file 23-21455-FH, people of the state of Michigan versus Matthew Eric Edward Smead. We are here today for an arraignment on a show cause for, request and summons for probation violation. We're proceeding today by video conference. Sir, you are Matthew Eric Edward Smead?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Smead, have you received a request and summons for the probation violation?
Yes, I did.
So that alleges that you violated the terms of your probation by failing to make regular payments toward child support. You had previously, in this case, pled guilty to failing to pay child support. And the maximum punishment for that offense up to 4 years in prison and or a $2,000 fine. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
You are entitled to be represented by an attorney here today and at any other proceedings we have regarding this matter. If you can't afford an attorney, you can tell me that. I'll appoint one for you from the public defender's office. Do you understand?
Yes.
Would you like to be represented by an attorney?
Yes.
Do you have the ability to pay for your own attorney?
No.
I will place you in a breakout session with Ms. Underwood from the public defender's office.
Can I have somebody else besides Miss Underwood, please?
No, all I can do for you, sir, is appoint the public defender's office to represent you. I don't get to choose which attorney from the public defender's office represents you, and you don't really have an ability to make that choice either, except under some specific legal circumstances which don't exist at the moment.
She was my attorney when this case started, and I had to get a new attorney because she was not listening to me or saying anything I was saying. I ended up with John Glacier.
And that was done as a function of the public defender's office doing an internal reassignment. You would have to establish that an attorney is ineffective in order for me to remove that attorney from your representation. This is a new legal issue that has arisen since your plea, and I've never at any point made any determination that Ms. Underwood has been ineffective. So I'll put you in a breakout room with her now.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. McManus, are you ready to proceed with Mr. Saba?
I am, Your Honor.
This is file 25-22392-FH, People of the State of Michigan versus Brandon Saba. We are here today for a pretrial conference in this case, and we're proceeding today by video conference. First, going to have the attorneys place their appearance on the record, beginning with Mr. Sneed for people.
Isaac Sneed for the people.
Attorney Martin McManus, attorney for Brandon Saba.
All right, and sir, you are Brandon Saba?
I am.
All right, Mr. McManus, where do we stand with Mr. Saba's case today?
Thank you very much, Your Honor. We're requesting for one last pretrial. Believe we can have the matter all worked out. I'm requesting January 28th or February 11th, and I can prepare the stip in order.
Okay, Mr. Sneed, anything to address from the people's side?
That is accurate, Your Honor. I'm confident that there is a resolution, so I believe only one further pretrial would be necessary. Is that right, Mr. McManus?
Yes, that's absolutely right.
Thank you.
Okay. You said January 28th, Mr. McManus?
I did, Your Honor.
All right, so we'll set it for January 28th at 8:15 a.m. I would be setting it for trial at that time if for any reason there isn't a resolution at that point, because this is an older case and it needs to get moved.
All right. Thank you very much, Your Honor. And I'll prepare the stip in order.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thanks, Judge.
All right, thank you, Mr. Saba. You can go ahead and log out then.
I appreciate it. Thanks again. Thank you.
No, I can't hear him.
All right, we have Ms. Underwood and Mr. Sneed back from the breakout session. Ms. Underwood, do you know how Mr. Sneed would like to proceed today?
Yes, Your Honor, thank you. Mr. Sneed wishes to have a not guilty plea entered on his behalf. As far as this violation goes, Your Honor, we would ask that this be set out for a pretrial. I'm going to be reviewing. Mr. Sneed has filed and has an ongoing disability appeal, Your Honor, and also he has medical documents that we need to review. So I would ask that this be put out till next month for a pretrial, Your Honor.
All right, I will enter not guilty plea for Mr. Sneed. I'll set this for a pretrial on January 21st at 8:15 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Might I also suggest, Rhonda, that he submit that documentation to the front of the court so that they know what's going on with his payments and what's going on?
Thank you. Yeah.
Can I say something?
No. Okay. Thank you, Your Honor. Rhonda, I'll see you over in the other court.
Thank you.
All right, so Mr. Sneed, your next date to log in is January 21st at 8:15 a.m.
Okay.
Mr. Sneed, call my office.
Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, Ms. Underwood, I have Mr. Evans here. Do you need to speak to him?
I don't believe I believe that's a show cause, Your Honor. I don't believe I've been appointed.
Judge, if I could interject.
Yeah.
This is a violation of probation from a previous drinking while he was on tether. Part of the agreement for the violation was that he comply with his terms and we would dismiss the violation charges. He has been compliant and he completed his tether term without any violations. What I'd like to do is go ahead and dismiss the violation of probation charges and continue him on probation.
Okay. All right, then. At the request of probation officer, the court will dismiss the pending request and summons for probation violation. So, Mr. Evans, you are all set. You just need to stay in touch with Mr. Stevenson and report as he's instructed to you to.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you for your time today.
Judge, I'll do the dismissal and send it over as well.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Stevenson. Mr. Malero, do you need to speak to Mr. Wagner?
Sure, just, it won't take long, Judge, just a couple minutes.
Okay, 1 second. Mr. Dagger Margosian, I have Mr. Dews here. Are you going to need to speak to him?
No, yeah, and we can call the case.
Ms. Underwood, Mr. Gargan is logged in. Do you need to speak to him?
Yes, briefly.
All right, give me just a second. Mr. Dews, I'm going to send you a request to start your video, please. And Mr. Gargan, I've sent you a request to start your video, and I'm going to send you a request to unmute your device.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Gargan, I'm going to put you in a breakout room with Ms. Underwood.
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is file 25-22440-FC, People versus Arden Bruce Dews. We are here today for a pretrial conference in this case. We are proceeding today by video conference. First, can I have the attorneys place their appearances on the record, beginning with Ms. McClure.
B.B. McClure on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Michael Dagger Margosian for Mr. Dews.
All right, and sir, you are Arden Bruce Dews?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Dagger Margosian, where do we stand with Mr. Dews's case today?
Your Honor, we recently received the transcript for the preliminary exam that was held in district court on this case. So we are reviewing that. Ms. McClure and I are still discussing the matter and seeing if there's resolution. I think for today, I would just be asking for a brief adjournment here.
Okay, Ms. McClure, anything we need to address from the people's side?
No, I would join in that request.
Okay, how about January 21st?
That's good with us, Judge.
Okay, so we'll set it for January 21st at 8:15 a.m. Mr. Dagger Margosian, would you do that stipulation in order for adjournment, please?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so Mr. Dews, your next date is January 21st at 8:15 a.m. You can log in using all the same Zoom information that you used to log in today.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
So you can go ahead and log out then, Mr. Dews. And Mr. Malero, are you ready to proceed with Mr. Wagner?
Yes, Judge.
Is file 24-21951-FH, People versus Marvin E. Wagner. We are here today for a hearing on a probation violation, I believe, and we are proceeding today by video conference. So first, let me have Mr. Mallory, you want to place your appearance on the record?
Yeah, Judge Salvatore Malero on behalf of Marvin Wagner.
And Mr. Wagner is present by Zoom from the Lenawee County Jail. Mr. Malero, where do we stand with Mr. Wagner's situation today?
Here, I'm asking to adjourn this 1 week. The reason for my request of the court is that he was bound upstairs on the underlying felony charge, and that's scheduled for arraignment next Wednesday.
All right, then we'll set that. Next week is December 17th, so we will set that for December 17th to have it on the same date as his arraignment.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Wagner, you can let the officer with you know that you're done with court for today.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Klein? Yes. Mr. Malero, do you need to speak to Mr. Klein?
Sure.
Okay. Mr. Klein, there's an iPad on a stand right outside the door to your left. I'm sorry? No, I'm talking. Oh, sorry. The bailiff will help you get that set up, and then I'll put you in a breakout session with Mr. Malero. Mr. Castleberry, are you ready to proceed with Mr. James?
I am, Your Honor.
This is file 25-22375-FH People versus Joshua Dallas James. We are here today for a pretrial conference in this case. We're proceeding by video conference. First, going to have the attorneys place their appearances on the record, beginning with Ms. McClure.
Phoebe McClure on behalf of the people, filling in for prosecutor of record Alex Bayanetto.
Bert Castleberry on behalf of Mr. James.
All right, and Mr. Castleberry, where do we stand with Mr. James's case today?
Your Honor, I sent over a signed plea agreement to the court and a signed advice of rights. We would like to proceed with that plea agreement.
Okay, I did receive copies of those. I also have an amended information. So, Mr. Castleberry, if you'd like to state the terms of that plea agreement for the record, we can proceed with that.
Your Honor, for the record, I did receive the amended information also. On that, there was an added count 5 of embezzlement, 1,000, 20,000. The plea agreement would be to plead to count 5, dismiss all the other charges. There is a sentence agreement, a Killebrew agreement to no upfront jail. And that is the plea bargain.
Okay, Ms. McClure, is that a complete and accurate statement of the plea agreement?
I believe there would also be restitution in this matter, and I believe it says on the plea form as determined by the court. So we would hope to get that restitution figure before sentencing, but we would ask the court to include that in the plea agreement.
That is correct.
Okay. All right, Mr. James, would you raise your right hand, please? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty for perjury?
I do, Your Honor.
And you are Joshua Dallas James?
That is correct, sir.
And Mr. James, you've heard the statement of your attorney and the prosecuting attorney Is it your intention to plead guilty today to count 5 on the amended information, embezzlement by an agent or trustee of $1,000 or more, but less than $200,000?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand that the maximum possible penalty for that offense is up to 5 years in prison and or a fine that's the greater of $10,000 or 3 times the amount embezzled?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied with Mr. Castleberry and the advice that he's given?
I am, Your Honor.
Neither the prosecutor, defendant, or anyone acting on the defendant's behalf has discussed a possible sentence with court other than as we've discussed it on the record here today. Is that correct, Ms. McClure?
That's correct.
Mr. Castleberry?
It is, Your Honor.
Is that also your understanding, Mr. James?
Yes, Your Honor.
If a guilty plea is accepted, there'll be no trial. That means you'll be giving up the rights that you would have had at trial. I'm going to explain those to you now to make sure that you understand them. You do have the right to a speedy public trial by jury. You could ask for a non-jury trial, and if the prosecutor and the court agreed, you could have a non-jury trial. You have the right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You have the right to have the prosecuting attorney prove beyond a reasonable doubt that you were guilty, and you do not have to prove anything. You have the right to be present at your trial and to have the witnesses against you appear at your trial and to ask those witnesses questions. You have the right to have the court order any witnesses you have for your defense to appear at your trial. You have the right to remain silent during your trial and not have that silence used against you. However, you also have the right to testify at your trial if you wanted to testify. Do you understand, Mr. James, that if your plea is accepted, you may be giving up the right to appeal issues that would otherwise be appealable if you were convicted at a trial?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you also understand that any appeal from the conviction and sentence pursuant to your plea would be by application for leave to appeal and not by right?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you are not a citizen of the United States of America, conviction of a crime can result in deportation, exclusion from admission to the United States of America, or denial of naturalization. Do you have any questions about any of the rights that I've explained to you?
No, I do not, Your Honor.
Do you understand that you're giving them up?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
How do you wish to plead to the charge that on or about July 18, 2024, in the city of Adrian, county of Lenawee, state of Michigan, that you did commit the offense of embezzlement by an agent or trustee of $1,000 or more, but less than $20,000?
Guilty, Your Honor.
Has anyone made any threats or promises to you to induce you to plead guilty to that charge?
No, they haven't, Your Honor.
Do you understand that if I accept your plea, you're giving up any and all claims that your plea was given as a result of threats or promises that were not disclosed to the court on the record this morning, or that it was not your own choice to enter the plea?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Is the prosecutor or defense counsel aware of any promises, threats, or inducements other than the plea bargain to induce Mr. James to plead guilty today?
No, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
None, Your Honor.
Mr. James, has your attorney promised you any particular sentence or estimated what your sentence would be other than, as we've discussed it on the record this morning?
No, Your Honor.
If your plea is accepted and you engage in misconduct, the court will not be bound by any sentencing agreement or evaluation. Misconduct includes, but is not limited to, absconding or failing to appear at sentencing, violating bond conditions, violating the terms of any plea or sentence agreement, or otherwise failing to comply with an order of the court pending sentencing. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Is it your own choice to plead guilty today?
It is, Your Honor.
Mr. Castleberry, would you like to establish the factual basis?
James, on or about July 18th of 2024, were you in the city of Adrian, county of Lenawee, state of Michigan?
Yes, sir.
And did you work for Lenawee Christian Ministries?
Yes, sir.
And as part of your employment there, did you fraudulently dispose of or take without permission or convert to your own use certain property with a value of more than $1,000 but less than $20,000?
Yes, sir.
And how'd you do that?
Through the nature of my employment, I overcharge for goods and services.
And you had no permission to do that.
That is correct, sir.
No further questions.
My only question would be, did you complete this act through a series of acts and not just one individual act?
Through a series.
Okay. People are satisfied, Your Honor.
They'll be able to hear.
All right, has the court complied with MCR 6.302 B, C, and D, Ms. McClure?
It has.
Mr. Castleberry?
Yes, Your Honor.
I will accept the plea then. It's been given understandably, voluntarily, and accurately. Mr. James has had full knowledge of his rights and has had competent counsel. Court has not made any agreement regarding the possibility of a plea or sentence in this case with the prosecutor, defense attorney, defendant, or anyone acting in the interest of any of them other than as we discussed on the record here this morning. I will refer this matter to the probation department for a pre-sentence investigation. And we will set sentencing for January 15th at 8:15 a.m.
And Your Honor, the people would request that sentencing be in person.
All right, I will require at this point that the sentencing hearing be conducted in person. Mr. James, someone from the probation department will be in touch with you to do a pre-sentence investigation interview. When you do that interview, please be truthful about this offense and about your background.
I will, Your Honor. Thank you.
And I'm going to put you and Mr. Casper in a breakout session with Mr. Stevenson from the probation department so that he can collect your contact information and give you some instructions on what to do next.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, this is, sorry, Mr. Garvey. This is file 24-21979-FH, People versus Paul Anthony Gargan Jr. We are here today for a hearing on a violation of probation, and we are proceeding today by video conference. Ms. Underwood, would you like to place your appearance on the record?
Ron Underwood for Mr. Gargan this morning, Your Honor. Your Honor, I'm going to ask for a brief adjournment on this matter to see if Mr. Gargan can get some things together. Would the first of the year be too much, Your Honor? I believe I spoke with Mr. McCarron. I don't believe he would have any objection to that.
Well, I think at this point, I have an issue with that. This is a probation violation that's been pending since July. And putting it into January means that it'll have been pending for 6 months. It is about payment of restitution. And the allegation is that he has not made any payments toward his restitution, fines, or costs. And so having not had any movement on this issue, I don't really feel comfortable continuing to adjourn this out and wait. So
understood, Your Honor. Then Mr. Gargan is prepared to enter a plea this morning, Your Honor.
Sorry, Mr. Gargan, will you raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty for perjury?
Yes, sir.
And you are Paul Anthony Gargan Jr.?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Gargan, do you understand that you have a right to contest the violation of probation and to have a trial on it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand that throughout that trial, you would be presumed innocent until your guilt is proven by a preponderance of evidence?
Yes, Your Honor.
You'd have a right to have all of the witnesses against you appear at your trial. You or your lawyer could ask those witnesses questions. And you also have the right to have me order any witnesses that you have for your defense to appear at your trial. Do you understand all of that?
Yes, Your Honor.
You are not required to testify at your trial, and no one can say anything about you not testifying or hold that against you in any way. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
On the other hand, you have the right to testify at your trial if you wanted to testify. Do you understand that as well?
Yes, Your Honor.
How do you plead to the charge that you violated the terms of your probation by not making any payments toward your restitution, fines, and costs?
I plead guilty.
Do you understand that by pleading guilty, you're giving up your right to a trial, your right to have your lawyer's assistance at that trial, as I've already explained?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has anything been promised to you in order to get you to plead guilty?
No, Your Honor.
Has anyone threatened you in any way in order to get you to plead guilty?
No, Your Honor.
If I accept your plea, you're giving up any and all claims that your plea was given as a result of threats or promises that were not disclosed to the court on the record today, or that it was not your own choice to enter the plea. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is it your own choice to plead guilty today?
Yes, Your Honor.
You were placed on probation back on April 10th of 2025. Is that correct?
I believe that's so, Your Honor.
And at that time, you were ordered to pay restitution in the amount of $21,540.16. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you were also ordered to pay some fines and costs that brought the total of what you owed up to $22,415.16. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And as of today, you have not made any payments toward that restitution, fines, and costs. Is that correct?
Correct, Your Honor.
All right, I will accept the plea. It's been given understandably, voluntarily, and accurately. Mr. Gargan has had full knowledge of his rights. He's had competent counsel. I don't have a copy of Mr. Karen's report and recommendation with respect to the sentence at this point. So what I'm going to do is adjourn the sentencing on this to January 2nd at 8:15 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And Mr. Gargan, you need to be present in person for that sentencing hearing.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so January 2nd, 8:15 in person. You're all set for today. You can go ahead and log out.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Okay, Mr. Malero, are you ready to proceed with Mr. Klein?
I am, Your Honor.
Sir Klein, you can come forward and sit at the table here closer to the television. Okay, this is file 25-22426-FH, People of the State of Michigan versus Mark Klein. We are here today for a pretrial conference. In this case, we're proceeding today by video conference. First, can I have the attorneys place their appearances on the record? You are muted, Mr. Smith.
Isaac Sneed for the people.
Salvatore Malero on behalf of Mark Klein.
Okay, Mr. Malero, where do we stand with Mr. Klein's case today?
Your Honor, we're still working on the investigation phase of this case from our office, tracking down certain things. So I'd ask to adjourn this at least one time.
All right, Mr. Sneed, is there anything we need to address from the people's side?
Yeah, just to shed some light on the issue, Judge, the public defender had requested a copy of the statutory demand letter and certificate of service from the rental car company. And we reached out back on October 10th, haven't received a response. And so we submitted a follow-up earlier this week for that documentation. And I believe that's the only holdup in discovery to the case at this point.
Okay, I will adjourn this then to January 21st at 8:15 a.m.
Thank you, Judge.
And Mr. Malero, would you be willing to prepare a stipulation in order, please?
Yes, I would, Your Honor.
Okay, so Mr. Klein, your next date is January 21st at 8:15 a.m. You're all set for today then? All right, thank you. Thank you. And Mr. Malero, do you need to speak to Mr. Gerhardt?
I do, Judge.
All right. Okay, Mr. Murphy, you're here for Mr. Zajac?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Zajac, I don't believe is here in the courtroom, and I don't have anyone in my waiting room right now. Have you communicated with Mr. Zajac recently?
I have not recently, Your Honor. I'll try to reach out to him. I apologize. Give me a few minutes and I'll let the court know.
Okay, thank you. We lost Rhonda. Could you call the jail and tell them?
Okay, so we left to turn. So instead of breaks, could we have could we have Jeffrey Bennett? Okay, great. Thank you. All right, bye.
This is file 24-21908-FH, People of the State of Michigan versus Timothy Lee Redis. We are here today for a hearing on a request and summons for probation violation. The record should reflect that this matter was set for a hearing this morning at 8:15 a.m. Mr. Redis was ordered to appear to respond to the probation violation, alleged probation violation, and it is now 9:40. Mr. Redis has not appeared here at the courtroom in person, nor has he logged into the Zoom session. I've identified everyone that's been logged in this morning, and Mr. Redis has never been here. I am going to issue a bench warrant for his arrest for failure to appear. I will set bond on that bench warrant in the amount of $10,000 cash or surety. We can do Betty Sanchez. This is file 25-22309-FH, People of the State of Michigan versus Betty Nicole Sanchez. We are here today for a hearing on a request and summons for probation violation. We are proceeding today in person. The courtroom also has a Zoom video conference session running. The record should reflect that Ms. Sanchez was ordered to appear here this morning at 8:15 a.m. to respond to the request and summons probation violation. It is now 9:41 a.m. Ms. Sanchez has not appeared either in person or by logging into the Zoom session. There's no one currently in the Zoom waiting room, and I have identified every person that's been there this morning. Ms. Sanchez has never been present. I'm going to issue a bench warrant for her arrest and set bond on that bench warrant in the amount of $10,000 cash or surety. All right, the gentleman at the jail, you are Mr. Bennett?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mr. Murphy, do you need to speak to Mr. Bennett?
If I could, please, Your Honor.
One moment, I'll set up that breakout. Okay, Mr. Malera, are you ready to proceed with Mr. Gerhart? You are mute.
I am, Your Honor.
Okay. This is file 25-22268-FH, People of State of Michigan versus Dustin Austin Gerhart. We are here today for a pretrial conference in this case, and we are proceeding today by video conference. First, can I have the attorneys place their appearance on the record, beginning with Mr. Sneed.
Isaac Sneed for the people.
Salvatore Malero on behalf of Dustin Gerhart.
All right, and we have Mr. Gerhart present from the Lenawee County Jail by Zoom. Mr. Malero, where do we stand with Mr. Gerhart's case this morning?
Yeah, I'm going to ask to adjourn this out perhaps 2 weeks. Mr. Gerhart, at the court recalls, was sentenced to 93 days. He's eligible for release to rehab after 45 days. I think that'll be up in about 15 days. I'm also going to have him screened for recovery court, and hopefully we can get this case resolved at that time as well. So that's the basis for my request.
All right, Mr. Sneed, is there anything we need to address from people's side?
No, I'll defer to the court's discretion regarding the adjournment.
All right, I do think the circumstances are appropriate for an adjournment. Because of the way the holidays fall, my next available Wednesday would be January 7th at 8:15. So we will set it for that date.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And Sam, I'm going to be working on that as far as getting him into treatment there. I'm aware about the 45 days.
Oh, okay. All right. Perfect.
Okay, Mr. Gerhart, then you are all set for today. You can let the officer with you know that you are done with court.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, and then Mr. Malero, you indicated you had missed service at your office. Do you want to proceed with her?
Yes, Your Honor. Let me go fetch her.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Murphy, are you ready to proceed with Mr. Bennett?
Yes, Your Honor.
This is file 25-22432-FH and 25. Oh, sorry, just one file. People versus Jeffrey Lee Bennett. We are here today for a pretrial hearing as well as a hearing on an order to show cause related to a bond violation. We are proceeding today by video conference. First, can I have the attorneys place their appearance on the record, beginning with Ms. McClure.
BB McClure on behalf of the people.
Matthew Murphy, appearing on behalf of Mr. Bennett.
Okay, and Mr. Murphy, where do we stand with Mr. Bennett's case?
Your Honor, there is a plea offer for Mr. Bennett to plead to OWI 3rd, which I believe will be as charged with no habituals. Now, in regards to this matter, I was going to ask, though, for another pretrial. I think there is a bond violation that I'm not sure he's been arraigned on yet. If we could just have that occur, we would, well, I guess we would waive a reading of the information on that ultimately, because what we're trying to figure out here is what's going to happen in regards to a parole issue. So what I wanted to do with Mr. Bennett was, again, set it for another pretrial, get some more information in regards to what's going to happen if he is going to take that plea. And I wanted to ask Your Honor if you would be willing to allow him to be released to a rehab facility. He was in Sacred Heart, which is one of the reasons why he missed some of these dates or some of these blows, I believe. But in regards to the matter, he left a Sacred Heart and turned himself in. And I think right now, if we could try to get him back into a rehab facility, that's the best step for him right now. I'm not sure in regards to parole, if there's a a parole holder, if that's allowable. I'm going to see what I can figure out in regards to that. But I guess I wanted on the record what Your Honor's thoughts were, if you were willing to allow him in regards to what you can control in his bond, to allow him to go to a rehab facility, while waiting for this case to get ultimately figured out.
Yeah, give me 1 second. I don't have the show pause in my file yet, so let me see if that's in the computer system. Okay, sir, you are Jeffrey Lee Bennett.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Bennett, have you received a copy of the motion affidavit in order to show cause?
No, I haven't.
All right, we will contact the jail and have them get you a copy of that. In the meantime, I will let you know that the motion and affidavit to show cause allege that you failed to do your PBT remote breath test on November 25th, 2025 in the afternoon, November 30th, 2025 in the morning and afternoon, December 1st in the morning.
And Judge, in addition, that breath machine has been shut off due to non-payment. It's my understanding that they did recoup their machine at the jail.
All right.
I had my mother turn it in.
Okay.
I stopped blowing because I went to Sacred Heart. But
Okay,
then
I don't want you to say anything more at this point because it could compromise the position that your attorney wants to take.
Okay.
Do you understand that the maximum possible penalty for contempt of court is up to 93 days in jail or up to $7,500 in fines?
Yes, Your Honor.
And obviously you're represented by Mr. Murphy. Mr. Murphy, I presume he wants to plead not guilty here.
Yes, Your Honor. We were just again wanting to set this for the same time as the underlying charge for a pretrial, and again ask the court to consider that change in bond.
So I'll set this for January 14th at 8:15 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, Ms. McClure, is there any input you'd like to have on the bond request?
I would ultimately leave it in the discretion of the court, but if he is released on bond, I would hope that he is not driving. So I guess I would ask that that be a bond condition, that he not be allowed to drive.
And Judge, it appears he is locked up in a parole violation. I'd like to know what that violation is.
Do we know what the alleged violation is, Mr. Murphy?
I'm not sure what the violation is. Mr. Bennett, is it for this underlying, this charge coming up?
No,
All right, so if that's the scenario, then at this point, I'm not going to modify the bond. I would be willing to reconsider this on the 14th if we have more information on what that alleged parole violation is and what's going on there, and whether or not MDOC would be willing to release him to.
Yes, Your Honor.
So I won't do it now, but I will consider it at the next hearing.
Your Honor, if I was to file something beforehand, would Your Honor be willing to consider it if I could find it in your schedule to do that before the 14th?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Thank you, Your Honor. And Your Honor, my office to do the stipulation in order to adjourn the pretrial for that date.
So I think the other issue is that he had, well, I guess I do have to address bond because he had posted bond, and I would presume that you would want me to change that so that he receives some credit while he's
Yes,
held
Your
on.
Honor, if that's agreeable.
So what I'm going to do at this point, given the circumstances and kind of what I've already laid out, is set the bond at $20,000 cash or surety. But again, I'd be willing to reconsider that upon motion or at the next pretrial hearing based on what we learned between now and then.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, so Mr. Bennett, you are all set for today. You can let the officer with you know that you are done with court.
okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Bennett.
Thank you.
And Mr. Malero, are you ready to proceed with Ms. Service now?
I am, Your Honor.
Okay, this is file 25-22374-FH, People of the State of Michigan versus Betsy Lynn Service. We are here today for a pretrial conference in this case, and we're proceeding today by video conference. First, can I have the attorneys place their appearances on the record, beginning with Ms. McClure.
P.B. McClure on behalf of the people.
Salvatore Malero on behalf of Betsy Service.
And Mr. Malero, where do we stand with Ms. Service's case today?
Yeah, I'm not going to ask to adjourn the matter. The basis is that I kind of let this slip through the cracks, so it's completely my fault. I wanted to schedule a Cobb's conference with the court and I think this is Mr. Bayonetto's case. And I kind of got wrapped up in some other things, but if you could grant go from there.
Oh. I'm sorry, you dropped out a little bit. I heard if you could grant and then go from there.
Oh, if you could grant me an adjournment, I think we can get this moving and get it resolved.
Okay, Ms. McClure, is there anything we need to address from the people's side?
Nothing on behalf of the people.
All right, so I will adjourn this then to, let's go with January 21st at 8:15.
Perfect, Judge. Thank you.
And Mr. Malero, will you do that stipulation in order, please?
Yes, I will.
Thank you. Okay, I think we're all set on that one. Okay, let's see. Oh, can you call Jill for Mr. Rakes now?
Your Honor, I don't think Mr. Rakes is going today. We took that off the schedule.
Okay, I wasn't aware of that.
it's scheduled now for the 14th of January with his pretrial. I spoke with Francis yesterday. So did Mr. Jones.
Okay. All right. Okay, so then, Ms. Underwood, I think the only other things you had were some requests and summons on probation violations where the defendants did not appear, so I've issued warrants for the failures to appear on those.
And that was Wayne Scott and Sanchez.
I don't have a Wainscot. It was Redis and Sanchez.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so we can call Mr. Zajac. This is file 25-22430-FH, People of the State of Michigan versus Joseph John Zajac III. We are here today for a pretrial conference in this case, and we are proceeding today by video conference. First, may I have the attorneys place their appearance on the record?
PB McClure, on behalf of the people.
Matthew Murphy, appearing by Mr. Zajac.
All right, so this was set for pretrial conference this morning at 8:15 a.m. It's now 10:01 a.m. And Mr. Zajac is not present here in the courtroom. He's not logged into the Zoom session. Mr. Murphy, is there anything you want to say with respect to Mr. Zajac?
Your Honor, I do apologize for his absence. I haven't spoken with him in a few weeks. I'm not sure, quite frankly, why he's not here. I tried to reach out to him this morning, but wasn't able to, so I do apologize for that. I'm not able to give the court any more information than that.
Judge, I'm on the phone with him right now. I'm going to have him log into your court.
Yeah. Okay, thank you, Mr. Coast.
Thank you.
Yeah, I was just about to say it's a little odd because I do have a letter in the file from Mr. Coast saying that he's done fine on his PBTs and hasn't missed anything and has never been positive. So apparently just a miscommunication.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Underwood, did you have something that we missed?
Your Honor, a huge, huge mea culpa. Rakes was not the one put off. I'm sorry. I apologize to the court.
All right, we'll call the jail for him right now.
Thank you.
You.
Okay, Mr. Murphy, do you need to speak to Mr. Zajac?
If I could, please, Your Honor.
Okay, one sec. Okay, Ms. Underwood, do you need to speak to Mr. Rakes?
Yes, please.
Okay, this is file 24-21776-FH, 24-21777-FH, and 25-22447-FH. People of the State of Michigan versus Devin Dean Rakes. We are here today for a pretrial conference in this case, and we're proceeding today by video conference. First, we have the attorneys placed their appearance on record, beginning with Mr. C.
Good morning again, Your Honor. Isaac Sneed for the people.
Rhonda Underwood for Mr. Rakes this morning, Your Honor.
And Ms. Underwood, where do we stand with Mr. Rakes' cases today?
Your Honor, we're exploring various things with Mr. Rakes. I do have an offer from Mr. Sneed, but I would like to have some discussions with him. I would ask for one more pretrial on these matters, Your Honor. We should be able to know which way we're going.
Mr. Sneed, is there anything to address from the people's side?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
All right. I will set this then for January 14th at 8:15 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor. And I'll do the stip to adjourn.
Okay, thank you then, Mr. Rakes. You can let the officer with you know that you're done with court for today.
All right.
Mr. Sneed, do I have your permission?
Yes, please.
Okay, and Mr. Murphy, are you ready to proceed with Mr. Zajac?
Yes, Your Honor.
This is file 25-22430-FH, People of the State of Michigan versus Joseph John Zajac III. We are here today for a pretrial conference in this case and proceeding today by video conference. First, they have the attorneys place their appearance on the record, beginning with Ms. McClure.
B.B. McClure, on behalf of the people.
Matthew Murphy, appearing by Mr. Zajac.
Okay, and Mr. Murphy, where do we stand with Mr. Zajac's cases today?
Your Honor, first, Mr. Zajac wanted to apologize again to the court for being late. He has cases downstairs pending in front of Judge Schaedler, and there's just some confusion about ultimately his court dates. And in regards to the case, ultimately, I do apologize for the court. Mr. Zajac had some questions about his options, mainly in regard to sobriety court or recovery court, either of those two. And I need to speak to him further, so I've scheduled an appointment for him to come into my office on Monday. So I was going to ask if we could do another pretrial, whatever fits the court's schedule best. Mr. Zajac is abiding by his bond conditions, so I don't think there's any issue if the court wanted to do a longer period of time to alleviate its schedule. But either way, again, I'm going to talk with him on Monday, and I think we'll have questions answered and then probably have the case resolved at the next pretrial.
Okay, Ms. McClure, is there anything we need to address from the people's side?
No, and the people have no objection to the requested adjournment.
Let's go with January 21st at 8:15.
Thank you, Your Honor. My office will do a stipulation in order to adjourn to January 21st at 8:15.
Okay, thank you. Is there anything else we need to address with this case today?
Nothing from the defense, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, then, Mr. Zajac, you can go ahead and log out. Your next date is January 21st at 8:15. You can log in using all the same Zoom information that you used today.
Thank you, Your Honor. It's in my calendar. I'll be sure I'm there.
Okay, thank you. You can go ahead and log out.
Thank you, Mr. Zajac. I'll see you Monday, okay?
Okay, thanks. See you then.
Yep. Your Honor, that was all that I thought I had scheduled. I was going to go ahead and log out of your court now, if that's okay with you.
Yep, thank you. I think that is everything